today's AMA with Doug Kyle. He's going to talk about all things market movement and really understanding what you're seeing out there. We're watching the whole crypto market just kind of, it was staying steady and then it started dropping a little bit. So we wanted to come on and just talk to you about what you're seeing. And who better to do that than the expert, Mr. Doug Kyle. We've also got Brendan Duff here with us. Hey, Doug, how are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you.
Nice
how are you doing,
you.
Brendan?
I am doing great as well. And I'm not an expert. I'm just a spurt, right? Without the X, I don't know.
That brings up a good point. Before we get too far into this, we do need to remind everybody that we are not giving any kind of financial advice. We're not financial experts. We just like to come on and talk about all things crypto and what's happening out there on the market, and especially love to talk about our True Badger token over here and our Digibot world-class auto
and have a lot of fun.
Bot.
And have fun while we're doing it, right? We got to have fun while we're doing this.
That's right.
Yeah. Well, I think the three of us have a lot of fun when we get on normally. So I always enjoy this. But guys, I want to show some things in the market. I want to explain the market. A lot of you guys that are in Telegram are not in Digibot with us. All three of us are the ones that run Digibot also. But you don't get to take advantage of our training, our teachings that we've done in the past. And some of the people that are in Digibot need to understand this market movement just a little bit different than other market movements. Even though it's having a very similar effect, it's having a similar effect for different reasons. So I really want to kind of dive in today and really talk about what's happening and maybe just how to take advantage of what's happening. Because in all honesty, when the market drops like this, it creates wonderful opportunities for us to accumulate more coins, right? And in the case of True Badger, when it drops like this, and we're still able to buy at 7 zeros and a number like I talk about, we're able to accumulate a boatload of coins, right? And so it becomes really, really powerful for us to understand what's going on, so that I think that we don't get doubts or fears also in the marketplace itself, okay? So I'm going to start there. I'm going to share my screen. Brendan, you want to add anything to that while I bring this up, brother?
Yeah, I'm going to use the wisdom, one of the books for my 2-year-old, right? It's talking about buttons. This cat has its buttons and they pop off. And he's like, buttons come and buttons go. Well, you got to understand the markets, right? He doesn't get upset. He keeps singing his song. So once you understand the markets, you understand they go up, they go down, right? We just keep doing what we do, right? Doug is going to give you more insight on that, but understanding when to get in, when to get out, and when to just sit still are the important things, right? Markets are going to fluctuate. That's kind of the key here.
Yep, absolutely, buddy. So let's just look from a pure market standpoint. Then I'm going to talk about from a True Badger standpoint, why things are a little bit different than just the pure market, even though I think they have the same effect. Let me clear this up so we can get a little bit better. There we go. So everything looks the same. So what we're looking at here, guys, is Bitcoin and BNB, okay? So Bitcoin on the left, BNB on the right, and we're looking at the market movement. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide over and pop up KuCoin also, and we'll see a very similar pattern at the bottom here. And let's put this on. This is on 15 minutes. Let's put it on a 30-minute chart so it's easier to track. So we're basically 1, 2, 3, 3.5, 4 hours ago, where we and up to 5.5 hours ago, where actually I took a trade in this zone, right? And I posted it to everybody. I can't remember, that's somewhere between 4 and 5 hours ago. And we see the market started to bounce here. Well, what am I looking at when I do this, and when I'm trying to understand how this market's moving? Well, I'm actually also looking at what's going on with BNB. Okay, this is a 1 hour chart. I'll go to 30 minutes, so it looks about the same. 1, 2, 3, 4 to 5 hours ago, we started to form this little bottom here in BNB. Why is that important? Okay, is the question. Our coin, True Badger, is directly tied to BNB, meaning that when you look at how Pancake Swap is currently formed in terms of True Badger, we have two pools of liquidity. Okay, and this becomes really important to understand the value of what we're doing. One pool is the True Badger token that's available for people who want to buy the True Badger token. So somebody's coming on with BNB like you guys did, and they're going out and they're buying the True Badger token. We have to have a pool of liquidity for them to be able to buy that True Badger token. The reverse of that is true too. We have to have a pool of BNB for the person that may want to sell their True Badger token. Now, Deb, I don't understand why they would want to sell, but maybe they want to sell their True Badger token, right? So we have a pool of BNB also. When these two pools create our total asset value in terms of our market cap and all kinds of things that are part of that calculation, right, in Pancake Swap. So we look at the value of True Badger and we're looking at the value of BNB. When BNB is dropping, independent of True Badger, this has nothing to do with True Badger. The BNB is dropping, right? And when BNB is dropping, the asset value that we have in that liquidity pool is also dropping, okay, which is affecting our overall evaluation in that liquidity pool, right? It's driving that whole valuation. But it really is not, it's showing that our token's going down also because that whole value is dropping in that evaluation. When BNB finds barriers to bounce on or potentially hold, and I'm going to go out to a 2 hour chart now, and we can find these on TradingView, okay? So when we see the coins dropping on TradingView, we can come in here and I'm going to just map out, in fact, let me use this horizon. I can just map out the barriers. This is BNB we're looking at, right? I can map out these barriers in BNB and look at places where it's going to try to hold, okay? If the market's dropping, okay? And I know that coming in. So when I come in, unless I'm buying a break, which I do sometimes to try to encourage the coin to continue to run, I will buy that break and see if we can get a push, right? But when a coin starts to drop like this, and I know it's directly tied to the overall crypto market, what Bitcoin's doing, what BNB's doing, I know it's tied to that overall market. Now this creates a wonderful opportunity for me to accumulate more coins at very specific ranges or places, right? And so I can buy here, and I did buy down here, as you guys know, because I posted it, but it gives me opportunities to accumulate the True Badger coin at a reduced or better value. Why is that going to be important overall? One of the things that we teach in Digi and is very important, okay, and I'm going to go, this is BNB, okay, and I'm going to just say, let's think of this maybe as True Badger or any coin that you're trading. If you're listening to this and you're not in Digibot, this may really be a new concept to you. And this is a very, very, very important concept, right? A lot of us bought down here, if this was True Badger, right? And it's not, it's BNB, but maybe we bought very low in True Badger and we made this big run up that we did in True Badger. and then you're having this down move in True Badger, right? And maybe you bought at a couple of spots up here as the market was going higher, trying to accumulate more coins as it's going up. In most cases, when we're trading, we're really concerned about where these two are in terms of being able to get out of them and profit. When I think of True Badger, my whole mindset changes because I believe in True Badger, I'm at a very low evaluation to what the overall evaluation is going to be as soon as some of the marketers and some of the other people catch on to True Badger. So anywhere I buy, even if I bought the very top of this thing, I would still think that's an okay buy for a couple of reasons. One, I think we're going to go way up beyond that number significantly. That's my belief. There's no guarantees in trading. And two, for reflection, I'm still getting reflection no matter where I bought, up here or down here. But now from a tradability standpoint, from looking at it as a trader, still looking very long-term as a trader, not the short-term that we do in DigiBot, but looking very long-term as a trader, I can still take advantage of this move from a current market cost averaging perspective. What do I mean by that? If I took all of my trades from here to up here, and I know that I've got more trades up here, but maybe I bought more down here. Maybe these are smaller trades up here, which all of mine are. My biggest trades are down low. And that's just where we were when we were taking off in the market. I do have a few that are fairly decent size, and they would be, let's just use this level. It'd be more kind of like this level in True Badger, right? So I have a fairly super heavy down here, kind of a medium trade here, light trades up here, but now I'm getting down here. I'm beginning to take heavier trades. I'm beginning to start to look at taking larger trades down in here because I'm at a fairly decent level that I think that BNB and Bitcoin and the other markets may try to hold and try to give us a decent bounce. Don't know how long they'll hold, but it still creates a good buy opportunity for me. And when I look at it from a cost average standpoint, if I look at all of the buys that I do, right? Now in this down move, say I bought in here, I'm not sure I did, I may have, but I did buy down here, and I know I bought a couple of times through this range. So now I'm looking at my overall account perspective. I bought heavier down here, super heavy down here, a little bit lighter up here, but I'm still accumulating in the game. What does that do from a cost average perspective for you folks that are potentially new to this concept? Well, when I look at this, I'm going to flip it. Hang on. Because my heaviest buys were down low, I'm not exactly sure where my cost average is. And one of the tools that we're working on that we just met, we're meeting with our programmers, right, for one of the utilities that we're going to do a joint venture with DigiBot and True Badger is a system that will help you understand your current position with all of your trades, including taxes taken out and reflection. Where am I really at when I want to understand all my trades and my profitability? So really working on some advanced stuff there that's going to be super exciting, and we've already started on it. So moving there, but let's just take that my break-even point is at the 65%, right? And let me go all the way up to the top of maybe my worst buy, right? So I know that I'm somewhere below this for my break-even point. Now, here's super important, okay? I'm going to switch gears because I was one of the fortunate, and you may have been one of the fortunate, that was able to buy early and got into the game early. But maybe you came a little bit late to True Badger, right? And you're still excited about it, but maybe, let's clear all these lines here, maybe you were the person who started getting in here, right? In this range, right? And when you were getting in this range, I'm a, I can almost read your mind, right? You were going, oh man, only if I had the opportunity to get back in when it was down here, right? Only if I had that opportunity. Well, you do, okay? This is the magic of the market that allows us to say, okay, yes, I got 2 entries up here for X amount, but now I can maybe put in some trades down here, try to make them equal. If it was my trade from an educational standpoint, I would try to make my trades equally heavy down here as I did up here. So whatever I traded up here, I would try to trade close to that down here. If I can't afford to do that, then I can't afford to do it. But I try to get in and accumulate as many coins as I can as it drops. And if it does drop to a deeper level, right, it only is fulfilling what I wished it would have done when I was up here, give me a better price down here. And I got to stay clear that that was really what I wanted to do back when I was up here. And now that it's down here, it's affording me the opportunity. Now the question comes down to, do we still believe in the True Badger coin? Do we still believe in the BNB coin? Because that's important because we're tied to it. Well, BNB coin is rock solid. True Badger, I believe, is rock solid. The utilities we're coming out with, the marketing we were coming out with, rock solid. So I believe in both of those coins. So then the logic stands that if I believe in both coins, I'm getting a gift, right? If this market stays down in this range for a little bit, for me to be able to buy and accumulate, and even if it goes another level deep, I'm getting a gift. And boy, if you take advantage of that gift, and again, no guarantees in trading, but if you take advantage of that gift and the market does do what we think, this literally, for some people, could end up being millions of dollars when we get to 4 zeros or 3 zeros or 2 zeros. And I've taught on that. That means that I've got a period 0, 0, 0, 0 and a number. That's 4 zeros and a number, or 0, 0 and a number, 2 zeros and a number past the penny there, right? So if we do go up to those levels, everything that we buy in this range is a significant amount of True Badger that we're able to accumulate. And again, the valuation of True Badger, when we look at the market cap, it's really being directly affected by what's going on with BNB. It's not a direct reflection on True Badger's perceived value itself, but it is a direct reflection on the amount of BNB that we're holding in PancakeSwap and that overall evaluation. So this is a tremendous opportunity. Brendan, right?
Yeah, I just want, I mean, a lot of people are at least more familiar with the stock market. And I think I just want to give a broader example, right? If you, and Doug, I know you have a bunch of charts on there. Right now, the broad crypto market is down. What I mean by when I say that is most, right? Most coins traded against USDT are down, right? And they have been. So they call that a broad market drop, right? The broad market's dropping. So if you think of more like the stock market, I don't, and everybody has different opinions about different companies, but let's just pick a company. Let's say pick Amazon, right? I guess maybe they're considered something in e-commerce or something like that. If the whole market's down and Amazon's down too, and you believe in Amazon still, you're probably not going to sell Amazon, right? You're going to recognize the broad market's down. Nothing's changed in what I know or believe about Amazon. I'm probably going to hold for for the broad market to recover. And they've done a gazillion studies on this. People often, right, in the stock market lose because what they do is they get fearful when the market goes down, right? A broad market drop, they sell, then the market recovers in often a very short period, a large percent of what dropped. So maybe in a day, it recovers half of the total drop. And then they say, oh, it's going up again, I should get back in. So they got out, took a loss, missed most of the rebound, and they get back in. And they do that cycle over and over because of fear, right? And probably lack of understanding. It's no different in here. So right now, everybody's got to make their own choice. But if you believe in True Badger, which obviously we do, we're here. If you believe in BNB, you believe in the crypto market really at this point, and you're holding these coins, you probably want to make the evaluation in a similar way I just explained. Hey, I still believe in BNB. I still believe in True Badger. The broad market's down. Even if you're not going to add, right? Even if you're not in a position to add, it's hey, I'm going to hold on because I still believe in the future of this market. And I think that's
right. And
that's awesome.
that thank you, Brendan. That's excellent. And it brings me to a real thought process that I think people have to go through, Doug. And that is when you're talking about BNB and you're talking about trading. So I think everybody needs to understand that what you're doing is you are buying BNB and you are swapping that for True Badger at great price points. You are not at this time selling True Badger or swapping True Badger for BNB to come back in low. That's not something that Doug is doing at this point. And I think it's important that everybody understand when we're talking about trading this coin at this point, this low in the market, we haven't been high enough really for me personally. I can only talk about my own personal trading views with regard to True Badger, but we're not high enough for me to swap any of mine back to BNB at this point. And I don't think Doug is either. So I think it's really important that you all understand that the trading is happening with the purchase of BNB and the swapping of that for True Badger at nice barriers where Doug is buying in. And watch Telegram, you guys. He's posting in Telegram every time he decides to go out and do a little swap for a little more True Badger. He's letting everybody know. It's not trading advice. It's just he's letting everybody know that, hey, this to me personally looks like a great barrier. I'm grabbing some. So make sure you follow along in there.
Yeah, I think one thing to say there, right? Our goal right now is accumulation, right? That's what I think that's a better word, right? We're exchanging BNB for True Badger because we're accumulating True Badger, right? And what better way is when it's in a better price, right? It's on sale right now. We're just announcing there's a True Badger sale. If you have any BNB sitting around earning dust, please buy some True Badger, right? So
that's what I love. BNB is on clearance as well.
It is.
So you're getting for your money, you're getting a lot more True Badger in these moments today than you were this whole week. It's been dropping. So you're accumulating more for your money. I love that. I'm a clearance sale shopper. So
you said something super important, Deb, and I think most people don't get that. And I want to pick on that just for a second. Brendan said if you have BNB sitting around, maybe buy some True Badger. Well, you may have bought that BNB at a higher number and stuff, right? BNB's on sale also. So if you have some extra USD sitting around or USDT sitting around, right? It's a great time to buy some BNB at a low discount price and you can buy a bunch at this price, right? Because it's lower. And you can now take that and buy some True Badger and you can get a bunch of that because it's on sale with that USDT that was sitting around doing nothing because it's a stable coin, right? So now you get a double hit. That's the important thing. I'm able to buy more BNB because it's cheap. I don't have to take the BNB I already have. Maybe I bought the BNB really high and I'm having remorse that I bought it high. Okay, we'll buy some down low, cost average those two together, whatever, right? Buy some down low in your mind, go, okay, I'm gonna use that because I bought it low. It's, you're kind of faking out your mind, but it's okay. I'm buying it low and I'm trading that for True Badger and I'm buying that low. All of it at the end of the day comes out to a cost average, right? So you are cost averaging it down lower. And you are getting more bang, if you can say that, bang for your buck, because you're able to take advantage of both of those lows, right? Would you agree with that, Mr. Brendan? Yeah, I think you would.
He agrees.
He agrees.
So guys, what I want to point out, the market cap connected to BNB, BNB is dropping, so the market cap's coming down. We don't care right now because the market cap isn't where we ultimately want it to be anyways. We still believe in the coins. We have a wonderful opportunity right now to accumulate more. And if you do that, if you got into the game late, you bought a little bit high, great time to cost average potentially back in from an educational standpoint. I'm trying to help educate you on that this may be a great time for you. It could go lower, gives us another opportunity, right, to continue to cost average. Because when that market turns and takes off and the marketers get involved in this coin, which we're talking to them and they are absolutely excited, guys. The people that we're talking to that are marketers in this space are saying, you guys are doing everything right. And so when they get involved and they start pumping this, and guys, as this drops down, the marketers are going to get more excited, right? Because they missed that initial push. And they said they've never seen a coin do what we did, right? It didn't have any pullback. They're finally getting the pullback they want to be able to buy coins. And one of them told us last night, he's waiting. He's just trying to get in at a number. He wants to buy the coins personally for himself. That's how much he likes what we're doing, right? So when that happens, other marketers that are in his influence also are going to get involved. Then the thing's potentially going to take off again. So don't lose the opportunity. Don't be snoozing or you will lose, right? This is a great opportunity potentially. If you have extra USDT or USD sitting around that you say, okay, I want to accumulate more True Badger now, and if it goes a little bit lower, may be a good time to do that. Okay, Deb, anything else?
Yeah, one last thing, you guys, don't forget we offer reflection on this token. So all of you token holders, you True Badger holders, you're just holding on to it, whether you're thinking about swapping for more, whatever you're thinking about, you are constantly in the background earning more True Badger tokens just by holding on to it. So I did see a comment in the thread about you can always, swap it for a stable coin for now. If you do that, you're not earning that reflection anymore on those tokens. So just always keep that in mind, that reflection is killer.
Yeah, and there's a huge problem with that too. So let me address the problem, okay? Nobody, and I consider myself a fairly decent trader, right? Nobody ever knows exactly where the bottom is ultimately going to be. The time, and that's what Brendan was just saying, the time that you sell it and swap it out, you pay 10% tax to buy it, you pay 10% tax to sell it, and you pay 10% tax to rebuy it, okay? That's 30%, okay? So unless where you're going to move it to a stable coin intends to drop another 30%. Now, if we look at True Badger, and let's do it real quick, okay? Because True Badger's outperforming the market, right? That's really important, right? We're outperforming the market. A lot of the markets dropped 30, 40% in this down move. I'll share my screen here. But my key is that if you're going to do that, you got to count on another 30% drop to even get back to where you were before you moved off to a stable coin. So be very, very careful with those kind of concepts. And in markets that don't have reflection and tax and all that, sure, I'm a very aggressive trader, right? But when you're looking at reflection and tax, you got to kind of shift the mindset to say, okay, you really need to know where your weighted cost average break even point is in the market to even begin to try to understand how to make that make sense, okay? So here we go. So if I look at this market from the very top to the bottom, okay, I moved 32%. I'm going to have to move another 32%. If I closed out here, if I move to a stable coin, I'm going to have to move down another 32% because I closed out maybe here. Okay, I'm actually back up. I'm going to have to move down another 30% or so just to hope that it gets down here so that I could be at the same place and buy in. And if I closed out here, all of the buys and sells that took place from here to here, I lost reflection. I didn't get any because I moved off to a stable coin. The question is, and it's a very simple question, long term, Do you think that we're going to go to 6 zeros, 5 zeros, 4 zeros, some number like that? If you do, if you believe like I do, if you do, then all of this down here is nothing more than an exercise in accumulation and trying to get as many coins as I can get as much reflection as I can get down here while the market's buying and selling, people are buying and selling. We don't have to do that. We can, every time they buy and sell, we can gain the reflection. And every time somebody sells, guys, one guy sold all his tokens the other day, right? And I looked at his wallet, all his Badger tokens are gone. Well, guess what? We now get all that reflection that he would have got. He had, a billion plus coins. So no reflection is going to those coins anymore. Every time somebody sells a coin, they pull themselves out of the market. So more reflection goes to you and I, right? Boy, understand that. Okay. All right, Deb, that's all I got.
That's all I've got. Great call. I love listening to your trading concepts, your thoughts on all of this. It really helps. I love that we can, in a down market like we're seeing in crypto, that some of us who have been with you for quite some time, Doug, we look at that as an opportunity and we get excited. So there's lots of people out there scared to death right now because they bought. Now they're trying to figure out how to sell something. It's every coin out in crypto. But if you take a lesson from Doug, you know that, hold on, get some more if you can, and enjoy the ride. And I love it. And I thank you for that, Doug.
Yeah. And guys, we'll leave you with this last concept, and it's one that we always talk about in Digi. Warren Buffett said it, I believe it. And it's be fearful when others are greedy and be greedy when others are fearful. When the market is dropping, people are getting fearful. It becomes the best opportunity for you to make money if you believe in the coins, believe in the market, and believe that this is just a short phase, and that's what we believe, and we can take advantage of that. And that's exactly what Mr. Brendan was saying when he was talking about the overall market perspective. So, all right, everybody, thank you guys. Appreciate it. Have a great day. Hopefully this was helpful, and hopefully it helps you make more money in the long run.